Surprise! Jumped in a BBM4 today. Didn't give anyone notice. Didn't want anyone trying to get this sweet streamer EV. So you're just going to have to see me doing one raw with whoever we catch this morning. You know, this is showing you a natural Best Ball Mania 4 room at 11:25 Eastern on August 2nd. Now, we pulled the 109. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I will say I'm next to the name Mullet Hunting. And I don't know how I feel about that because I have had a mullet not once, but twice in my life. I might even be able to find some photos of that. Let's find them. Hope everyone's doing great today. If you're just discovering my channel, I am Liam Murphy, a former Best Ball Mania champion. We have some NFL news to talk about today. Cooper Kupp, hamstring injury, training camp news. Where is this picture? Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Now, these are some college photos, but let me get this pic here, and we'll share this for the community. This is tagged mullet mashup. So this is me here. You're not seeing my mouse, but it's me on the far left, me in the American shirt, me at a rugby practice when I had the mullet, me at a party, me with my homeboys. So mullet hunting. We're not afraid. Come and get it, dude. All right, let's present our screen again. We're on the clock. Okay. Let's get a share of Olave. I have very little Olave. Had a lot of him last year. Like the guy. Like him as a player. A little bit worried about if Michael Thomas returns to the form, what that does to his target share. And then also, part of Olave's game is winning downfield. And Derek Carr is not the quarterback to do that usually. Now, he does get to play in the dome. Tell me you had that beautiful mullet during your chess years. Primarily in college. Twice in college, actually. All of the guys at my college, big fan of the mullet. How am I? I'm doing great. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe. If you want to comment and chat with us, you got to be a subscriber of the channel. So Cooper Kupp, to me, with the injury, I'm slotting him at 5. Surprise, motherfucker, stream. Yeah, I don't know what that does to my monetization. It's okay. We've made like $40 lifetime on YouTube. I worked on my website yesterday. Almost done with my rankings. Want to at least have my rankings and one article done before I launch. And then I'll, weekly add articles. So many articles I could write. So let's talk about Kupp, guys. FF Garage says, ADP wise, it's looking like the Kupp injury plus Bijan hype videos could flip them in round 1. I personally think Bijan is a guy people should have been mixing in the first 5 ADPs already, just for uniqueness combos. But I think Kupp's my 105 after JJ Chase, Tyreek, CMC with the injury news. It's a hamstring injury. He is older. I think one way to play it is just to target the hell out of the uncertainty of the Rams. This is a team where we don't draft their wide receiver 3 because we don't know who it is. We don't think their wide receiver 2 is very good in Van Jefferson. So he's not someone that we're going to be surprised if he gets pushed to the side. Higbee, maybe a little bit more of a priority target now. Possibly Cam Akers and the backup running backs. But yeah, I mean, a couple probably just kept out a couple weeks of training camp. Most likely it'll be fine. But it is a reminder, guys. Like, all of what's happening in fantasy football land is a reminder of how fragile this is and how tethered people are to ADP. That, I mean, I'm not trying to take Josh Allen every time on stream, but again, I don't think he should be available at pick 33 in the 3rd round. So we're going to do it. And when I take Diggs, it just makes sense. Saw some chatter about sliding Cup behind Diggs and AJ Brown. I think that's fine. Like, me personally, I don't have a lot of Cup because I have just not gotten the 3, 4, and 5 spot a lot in any of my drafts across platforms. So I will be taking a falling Cup happily. And if you're someone who has a lot of Cup, mix, you don't need to go in the season with 20% Cup. Is Josh Allen my highest owned quarterback? No. I mean, difficult to do with a 3rd round ADP, right? Jordan said, didn't even know you were streaming until I saw your name in the draft room with me. Yeah, man. I mean, surprise. Man of the people, but I'm here to educate, right? Like, it's not man of the people if it's just always a stream room. Hard to apply that to your own drafts. We're here for the wild. We're here to catch people like Mullet Hunting with their pants down, or New Hotness 9, or Kid Prosper, or General Bronco 30, or the Zoish, or Trey 1025, Sophie 23, Mr. Papercut, Darchu 23, and Maddie Addy. Some lit names in the room, I'm not going to lie. So we don't get any of the fallers. We don't get Jacobs. We don't get Brees. JT. How are you guys feeling about JT? I autoed JT in a draft last night, and I felt a little sick. I'm not going to lie. Ooh, got that in. I was going to go Big Mike, and I was like, never mind. We got the second-year breakouts. Olave, Watson, let's go. Litty titty names. You got Tyler. So, yeah, I mean, back to a point I was trying to say is I think this is just a stark reminder that, like, what's happened in the market with Jacobs, JT, what happened to Cup here, Brees Hall, Ken Walker, like all these guys falling so quick with just like a little bit of news is a reminder that, guys, way too many people are afraid. Way too many people who are plugged in, like people who are like consuming content, are afraid to stray too far from ADP. They're holding on to the projection element too much, or just the ADP element, where it's like, I mean, many people just will refuse to take anyone but Justin Jefferson 101. And it's like, okay, what if it's JJ instead of one of these guys, right? Like, so if you Now, if you do 5 drafts and you're a Vikings fan or you just love JJ, go for it. Go have all your shares of JJ. But if you're like, let's say you're a volume drafter. Let's say you do 40. And 20% of the time you have the 101. I would start mixing some players. Guys who we think could hit unreal ceilings. So take some chase. And then also do some weird stuff. Like take some Bijan. Now, if you are running cold on 101s and you're like desperately trying to get your Jefferson exposure, get your Jefferson. But what the market does with a little bit of uncertainty is just a reminder of how fragile all of this is and how chaotic the NFL is going to be. Feelings on Javonte. I have not been drafting him a lot. Just how I categorize drafts I'm doing even now as early drafts. Drafts before we really know what's going on are early. So literally from the day the contest opened until even now, where we have a little bit of training camp news, but not much, they're early. And I mean, I'm worried about Javonte with his injury. It's a great sign he's at practice. I will start mixing him in. It's a team I think could be very bad. I'm personally just way underweight the Broncos. I'm fading Judy mostly. I realize that could hurt me. I'm okay with that hurting me. I keep on seeing people citing Jerry Judy against man coverage, one of the best in the NFL. Teams play zone at a 70 to 80% clip. So Jerry Judy being good against man defense, not great. I'm still not convinced Russell Wilson won't be benched. So he's a tough click for me. You'd have to be dumb to be Javonte, look around the running back market and be like, yes, I need to rush back from injury without full certainty. I listened to Stephania Bell talk about him. She didn't really say much. That's not a shot at her. I think, she works for a big platform. She can't be having big stands and be wrong. That's it's way different than me firing something off the hip and people are like, okay, well, who cares? Who is that guy even? Right? So she didn't really have much to say because she doesn't know. But yeah, I mean, and again, it's yes, we want these crazy ceiling guys late in drafts, but to me, for you to fade a guy and for him to hurt you, he either needs to crush the regular season, so he either needs to Josh Jacobs me, or he needs to rip a 40 burger week 17, and I just can't win the contest because other people got him there. And yeah, I like him more than the running backs in this range if I knew they were all healthy. But am I going to be shocked if James Conner outscores him in a week, or Rachaad White, or James Cook, or some of the other players around his ADP were important to winning, like some of the wideouts, like Brandon Cooks could catch 2 touchdowns, Traylon Burks could have a good game. So I don't know. I still have drafts to do. I'm willing to get a lot more if he's just getting carries in the preseason, I guess. We'll start exposing in, but yeah, don't have a lot so far. I think we're going to gamble on the running backs, see who makes it back to us. It's between these 3 names for me. Let's go Gabe today. I don't think anyone knows, including me, who's been a big Gabe Davis fan over the years, is how much his ankle injury impacted him. Maybe he was really never that good. Or maybe he's about to do big things and that ankle injury really fucked him up last year. My randomizer last week was great. Thanks, Cody. What up, Bloody? Guys, hit that subscribe button. We're only 800 away from 3,000. So I like the squad. We got Josh Allen. We're taking care of our wide receiver core. Diggs, Olave, Watson, JSN, and Gabe. Gonna need to figure out tight end. Gonna grab a lot of running backs. With this group of 5, I can stop at 6. I can stop at 7. I could stop at 5. I almost never stop at 5, but it's conceivable. Okay. I need another coffee. I'm going to do that, fill up my water. I'll be back. All right, the coffee's brewing. So while that, I just wasn't sure if I was going to miss this pick. I didn't grab my phone with me. Absolutely electric content when I take breaks to refill my cups. Great planning by me. How are we feeling today, guys? Let's have the best Wednesday of our lives. I always liked Wednesday as a kid. I think it was the days we had gym class. So Wednesday gang, stand up. It's a good day when you're in the workforce too. Only 2 more days until the weekend. Underdog, if you're curious, does not put drafters on auto draft. They experimented it for a short time. Unfortunately, they took it away. If you're a volume drafter, it literally costs you hours of your life waiting for auto drafters. I wish they did it. Literally every platform puts people on auto draft when they miss picks. But it means it's hard to tell who is auto drafting. All right, Darren Waller, welcome to the gang. I like Waller a lot. I like elite tight end. A couple picks past ADP. I can grab Daniel Jones if I want to, but I really want to be pushing my QB2 quite a bit. They have the same bye week, Bills and Giants as well. Yeah, not going to be surprising at all for me if Waller outscores, I would say, literally every tight end below Kelsey in a healthy season. Right? Because it's like, okay, Mark Andrews is very good, but way more increased target competition. TJ Hawkinson, more target competition. George Kittle, we know he's kind of spiky. He has target competition. Dallas Goedert just doesn't, I don't see why he's ranked ahead of Waller at all. Kyle Pitts, we know his quarterback situation could get bad quick. And Waller is just the clear pass catching one on his team with potentially a bunch of scrubs. Coming in at pick 88. I think usually we'd grab James Cook here, but we're just going to buy this Swift dip, 10 picks past ADP, get a piece of the Eagles run game. Swift's he's not a comfortable click because I know, we all know that Swift could be the RB2. He could be the RB3. Cook, I'm confident, is the RB1. However, Swift could just sun run on touchdowns. And for how I built this team, I need more of the touchdowns to go through Davis, and Diggs. All right, I heard the coffee spilling. Someone asked, what's the deal with James Conner? Just a bad offense or what? Yeah, I think it's a combination of potentially worst offense in the league and he's old, right? So it's like, yeah, we all think he's going to get a lot of carries to start the season, but we're concerned that his body will break down. We're concerned that the offense won't score that many touchdowns. We're concerned that when the money's won in these contests, he's not playing football. But I do draft him, and like if he plays all 17, I think he has as good a chance as any running back in this range on being on like the regular season champion. I think Caleb Toon's his name is the leader to be the week 1 quarterback for the Cardinals. Stefania Bell did say she's a risk-adverse person, so she would probably not draft Kyler in best ball. But again, she's risk-adverse, so I wouldn't take that as like Bible, but there's real concerns about Kyler returning. He's a guy mixing, but just how I've approached best ball this year, and some of it is I'm trying to get my fucking camera focused. Sorry, guys. Some of it is whiplash from last year after my early teams were all tanked from having big bags of Gronk and Will Fuller and, a bunch of other injured dudes with upside. In the first mullet pick, you look like the lead singer from Loverboy. I'm always tempted to return with the mullet. All right, we got the camera fixed. I got to get a better camera, too. So many things to do, guys. Number 1, get the site launched. Appreciate everyone riding out the streams with me. I will try to have more of a schedule going forward. Obviously, it doesn't help my viewership that I just kind of shoot from the hip. All right, well, we need running backs. A.J. Dillon. Little A.J. Dillon, Christian Watson combo. Dillon, compared to some of the other, he's clearly probably still the RB2 on his team. Still has huge upside if Aaron Jones were to get hurt. And probably still the favorite to be the goal line back. So should have spike weeks even if he's not. Adam, rewind, bro. We talked about Cup. Brian Robinson goes. I would have taken him. It's like, do I run the gamble? Someone takes Kincaid. Fuck it. We'll figure running back out. We're going alpha tight end group. I'm a big Kincaid guy, but it won't be surprising to me if he's, like if Greg Dulcich scores similarly or outscores him, or Higbee or Everett. But, when you stack the Bills, you stack the Bills. Someone asked me on Twitter if I play best ball on FanDuel. Doesn't FanDuel only do cash games? I literally did not know they had people that played there. Where's my retweet gang on Twitter? No one retweets my posts? I don't even know where I get my traffic from. Who's my bell gang? Nody Bell gang. Stand up. Who has the notifications turned on for when I go live? I want to know who you are. Crickets. So, yeah, I would have taken Khalil Herbert if not Kincaid, and would love for Herbert to fall back to me. And I had a better chance of getting Herbert and Kincaid if I went Herbert first. Probably should have, but whatever. Some dude, I don't know what spot he's picking, said he was in this draft by mistake or by coincidence, so. Michael! First off, I like the bunny with the top hat in your picture. Second, let's go, dude. LFG. So Daniel Jones goes, he would have been in consideration. And I would have been in this weird spot where I'm eating a bye at quarterback and tight end. Pluty. Ding, ding, motherfucker. Let's go. All right. I don't know what's going on with the Kansas City backfield any more than you do, but Jerick McKinnon won me a best ball tournament last year. Yeah, he's a little bit older. We don't know what's going on with Pacheco. Deneric Prince is in the mix. CEH is in the mix. It's not unfeasible to take McKinnon and Pacheco. And Prince and or CEH on the same team. We need running back bodies on this team, though. Okay, I'm going to try my best with this name. That's my sister's old bunny name. Chicharrones. What would be easier for you, not drafting Kincaid again for the rest of best ball season or turning Pete into a good chess player? Well, Cody, I'm not in control of how good of a chess player someone is. I can give them the keys to the kingdom, but it's really how much work are they going to put in? Al's saying he's hooked on weekly winners, 115 teams done. Yeah, Al, that's something where I could see myself. I mean, I just got like too much shit on my plate right now and other best ball things I need to do, but late in the damn it, really wanted Jalen Warren. Oh God. What are we doing? I think Moody has a higher median projection, but we're not reaching on Algier here. We're building out our Kansas City stack too with Rice and McKinnon. But yeah, back to the weekly winners. I had really fun doing one of those teams on stream. I wasn't really planning on doing it. I could see myself, a couple days before the season entering all 150 at the same time and kind of like steering them where it's like I try to draft the first 2 rounds and just like try to get elite quarterback stacks, and the ones I don't, just let them auto down, and the ones I do, just like fill up the queue, and I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I could see myself maxing, but I might not. There's probably going to be major overlay. I've been saying this. Could be major overlay on all sites. Which I don't think is a death blow for the industry by any means. It's okay for a contest to only get 80%, 90% filled. No platform is really depending on best ball as their like sole revenue stream going forward. It may be right now, but we recognize most of these sites want to get into the sports betting side. So yeah, I mean, in hindsight, maybe I go Herbert at 112. I'm feeling a lot better about the week 1 squad, and Kincaid makes it back to me. And I had that thought with like 2 seconds on the clock, but I couldn't shift the players enough. Probably just going to stop at 6 wideouts. Which is also fragile, right? Like an injury to one or two of these guys kills me, or just some bad weeks. But I just need bodies at the running back position. We know Swift is flimsy. Like A.J. Dillon could just be an RB2. McKinnon could retire, like I think he's got upside, but he's got downside too. But we'll see how the rest of the draft turns out. We got 6 more picks. If Higbee's there, he's tempting. Tempting to try to fit in the Higbee-Stafford combo. Especially because like Higbee should be a little bit of a riser with Cup. Okay. So he's gone. Temptation gone. We're going to take Singletary. Just more confident he has a starting roll out of the gate than Roshan. You could argue Roshan has a higher upside. Singletary, I like the O-line on Houston. I think they have a fine matchup. Jordan Rudolph. Who are you? What team are you? Guys, I oftentimes get DMs on Twitter about people asking me to review their best ball teams. And I'm going to be honest with you, I do not have time to go through and give coaching points to everyone who messages me about that. So, joining my Discord is a great place to get feedback on your teams. All right, we're going to go Gainwell. Doubling up on the Philly backfield gives me some comfortability that at least I'll ping pong points. Really cheap combo for a high scoring team. Your kid's proper. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, and if Penny goes down, I probably have the 1-2 punch. Gainwell, I'll take when I have Swift or Penny. Not always. No, my Twitter DMs are not a great way to challenge me to a chess match. I also get a lot of people trying to play chess with me. You know, I just play chess games against people similar to my rating. So, my Discord, though, does have a chess channel. I did not put the link to join my Discord in this YouTube video, but if you go to my yesterday one, it does have a link to join. So, $800 subscribers from 3K. Let's rise up, gang. Come on now. The moral of the story is to not stay out of my DMs. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, Twitter did this weird thing where they turned off the ability to DM people. I had to turn that back on. When people message me, I oftentimes just respond with a link to my Discord. We have a great community over there brewing. Like to see that being built up. But yeah, I mean, I'm not spending a lot of my day fielding cold DMs. Not saying never, but I am active in the Discord, Not always, but I jump in there. I have chats. I read most of it. Isaiah Hodgins, I was a big Isaiah Hodgins guy. I'm a little cooling off on him just because I have a big bag on him. And I'm a little bit weary. Jalen Hyatt is a guy I was not drafting and I'm now drafting a lot more of. I don't think Hodgins is not a guy that will pop in camp. He's not a fast guy. He's just got solid hands. So it's okay that he's not like lighting up camp, in my opinion. right, Jeff Wilson, come on down. Twitter is now okay, dude. Relax. It's Twitter. So we have a 1.662 at the moment. Allen is our sole quarterback. Swift, AJ Dillon, McKinnon, Singletary, Gainwell, Jeff Wilson at running back. Diggs, Olave, Watson, JSN, Gabe Davis, Rashee Rice at wideout, and Darren Waller and Kincaid at tight end. Our running back group has upside. Swift and Gainwell definitely upside. Wilson has upside. Dillon has upside. McKinnon has upside. Singletary, could be splitting goal line work or just be the goal line guy. So contingent upside too. But it's got a lot of downside too, right? Could be cut. Dalvin Cook could sign in Miami. Could be cut. Old. Could just be the RB2 on a bad offense. Could be the RB2 on a bad offense. Could both be on the bench for Penny. So I pushed Jordan Love. Would have taken him if he made it back, I think, to stack with Watson. But, when you take Josh, I think it makes sense to try to get your quarterback 2 past ADP. I don't really take any Fournette, so let's get a share of him. With Cincinnati, Travion Williams getting hurt, I think there's like a greater chance for him to sign there. On a team where I'm going to draft 7 to 8 running backs, he's not going to kill me either. Could not play this season. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with the guys not signing by now, but it is early still. The Haminator saying Hyatt running 24 miles per hour equals Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, I mean, one important thing to note on Hyatt is he's doing well in camp, but like all his throws have been again like from Tyrod Taylor that I can see, at least, a lot of them. So that is he's not getting a ton of run with the first team potentially. Not saying that he won't, it's early, but I almost feel more comfortable on this team if I took Cook over Swift, but that's from like a safety perspective, right? Whereas like Swift is less comfortable, but also probably has greater upside. So kind of a weird draft where Stroud and Howell went before Kenny Pickett. Stroud would have been at least a stack with Singletary for me. Howell at least has rushing upside. Didn't have a 49er, so I passed on Brock Purdy. Kenny Pickett gets it to me. I think I'll take him unstacked. Obviously, wish I had Jalen Warren to go with him, but it is 30 picks past ADP. I'm pretty down on him personally, but they did retool the offensive line. They do have weapons. There is some correlation week 17 against JSN. Kenny Pickett runs 3 touchdowns in. JSN goes off. And now I need to decide between running back, wideout, and tight end. Let's go CEH today. This is a weird one. I don't often do this. And I don't think I needed to take Pickett. I could have rode solo quarterback, but if Allen misses only a week or two, maybe I need Pickett to get to the playoffs. So we rocked Allen and Pickett at quarterback. We got Swift, A.J. Dillon, Jerick McKinnon, Singletary, Gainwell, Jeff Wilson, Leonard Fournette, and CH at running back. We got 8 running backs, but potentially I'm still not getting the running back points. There are some guys I like. I went for CEH and McKinnon over Deneric Prince and McKinnon. I think it was close. I don't know. Just giving the edge to CEH there slightly. It's a mix for me. So we doubled up on Kansas City and Philly's running back room. Two teams that we think are going to score a lot of points. Hopefully these guys are part of the reason. Leonard Fournette is just an unknown. Jeff Wilson. There's some names here that could pop, give you some weeks. Wideout, putting a lot of stress on the roster where need pretty much one of Diggs or Gabe to hit the roster most weeks. Need one of Olave or Watson to do the same. So that just gives me one more wideout spot I need to fill between JSN, Rashidi Rice, and or the other guys that I mentioned there. So it's thin with 6, but in theory, 5 of them are good. Maybe and Rice could be good. Maybe he's just gadget, or maybe he is legitimately seeing the field. And then Waller, Kincaid, 2 great tight ends, potentially. With Kincaid, still wait and see. Eating a 0 at the bye week, but I like it. Week 17 correlation, pretty thin for this one. We got pretty much just JSN and Pickett for a back and forth affair. But week 17 correlation in the sense that the Bills could score a lot on the Patriots. The Chiefs score a lot on the Bengals. So week 17 correlation doesn't always require a bring back. The Eagles score a lot through the run game on the Cardinals, or in blowout time. Maybe Gainwell comes in, gets a couple touchdowns, things like that. So I like the team overall. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll be back for a video tomorrow. Going to be on doing some guest streams on some other people's pods too. So just look at my Twitter for that. I'll retweet it when they tweet it out. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Time for me to put my nose to the grindstone. Put the work down. Get the site launched soon. Peace.